them, equation 1 and equation 2. Then when we come here, so this time we want to eliminate the x, so we must make this one 3x. So to make it 3x, we multiply by 3 here, and this one will have a coefficient of 1, so we multiply it here. So the trick is simple. We multiply this one up and this one down to make them look the same. So 3 times x would give us 3x. 3 times negative 2y would give us negative 6y. Then 3 times 12 would give us 36. And this second equation multiplied by 1 would remain the same. And then after here we'll do subtract, because this is positive and this is positive. So when we subtract 3x minus 3x, gives us 0. Then we have negative 6y minus y is equal to 36 minus 1. So generally that would give us 0. X negative 6y minus y would give us negative 7y equaling to 35. So we say negative 7y is equal to 35. So here we'll do, to find the value of y, we would just divide the equation by both sides by 7. So when we divide by 7, this one changes to positive. The 7 cancels with the 7. Then we remain with y. So here by 5, here by 1. So 5 divided by negative 1. That means our y would be equal to negative 5. So after getting the negative 5, we go and pick one of the equations and substitute the value of y to obtain the value of x. So if I pick x minus 2y equaling to 12, so my x minus 2 times y, the value of y we have got it as 5, so negative 2 times 5 would give us 12, and then negative 2 times 5 would give us positive 10, because this is negative times another negative would give us a positive. So it would be x plus 10 equaling to 12. And then here would transfer the 10, would correct like terms, and we transfer the 10 to the right hand side. And when it crosses the equal signs, it becomes negative. So that would give us x equaling to 12 minus 10. And the answer would simply be 2. So meaning our x is 2, and then y is negative 5. So likewise, when you substitute them in these two equations, this one or the one we on the previous slide, that would give us, they should be able to give us 12. Yeah, for example, if we substituted it in this equation. Any questions? Okay, so that is the elimination method. Okay, there are no questions. Then let us do the same examples using substitution method. So in substitution, that is where we pick one equation and we make one of the variables the subject of the formula. I think we looked at the subject of the formula some weeks back, so that won't be a problem. So after getting the subject of the formula, then we substitute that value in the second equation. So let us begin with x minus 2y equaling to 12, and then 3x plus y equaling to 1. So likewise, we can begin by letting x minus 2y equaling to 12 to be equation 1. And then 3x plus y equaling to 12 to be equation 2. So what we are going to do, we are going to get, for example, equation 1, then we make like x the subject of the formula, or if we pick equation 2, we can make y the subject of the formula. So if we pick equation 1 and make it the subject of the formula, then if we make x the subject of the formula, we are going to substitute the x in equation 2. But let us see how that is done. So we are saying from equation 1, x is equal to 2y. So if we transfer this to this side, it will become what? Positive. So on this left-hand side would remain with only x, which would be equal to the 2y which has gone there plus 12. So meaning now our x is equal to 2y plus 12. With the x in equation 2. So that would give us 3. So where there was x, we have substituted there 2y plus 12. And then plus this y, which was originally there, is equal to 1. So here we open brackets. We open brackets. And after opening brackets, so 3 times 2y would give us 6y. 3 times 12 would give us 36. Then plus y is equal to 1. So we correct like terms. So 6y plus y would give us 7y plus 36 is equal to 1. So here we are simply correcting like terms. Then 7y, so we transfer the 36 to the left hand side. So this one we transfer it here. So it will become negative, so it will be 1 minus 36. And the 1 minus 36 gives us negative 35. So when we reach here, we are going to divide by 7 both sides. So when we divide by 7, so by 7 is 1, by 7 is 1, and by 7, 1, by 7 is 5. So negative 5 divided by 1 would give us negative 5, and therefore our y would be equal to negative 5, which is the same value like what we got using elimination method. So still after getting this first value, then we shall go and say our x was 12 plus 2y. So we are going to, where there is a y, we are going to substitute a negative 5. So this will give us x, which is 12 plus 2 times negative 5. So 2 times negative 5 would give us negative 10. So our x would be equal to 12 minus 10. And 12 minus 10 would give us a 2. So these are the two values that we got using elimination. So they are the same. So x is 2 and y is -5. So if you solve a simultaneous equation by 2 or more methods, it should be able to give you the same answer. So let us look at the last one. Use elimination I think this one should be substitution. There was an error here. To solve the following equations. So 2x minus y is equal to 8, and then 4x plus 3y is equal to 11. So we begin by letting our equations to be equation 1 and 2. So when we look at this equation, which one is more easier to, where we can easily make a subject of the formula? Equation 1 and 2. Okay, equation 1 from Christine. So in equation 1, it is easier to transfer the 2x to be on the right hand side, and then we remain with what? With y. But this time it will be a negative, so it is better we transfer. So we are going to transfer the 8 here and the y to here, so that the y becomes positive and the 8 becomes negative. So that means from equation 1, y is going to be 2x minus 8. And when we do that, we substitute in equation 2. So where there is y, we substitute there the whole of this value. So we have 4x plus 3 into 2x minus 8. So what shall we have after opening the brackets? After opening the brackets, what shall we have? Those who can speak can raise their hands up. Or type in the chat. Yes, Shelly Yashinga, 4x plus 6y minus 24 is equal to 11. Thank you. Christine is the same. Thank you. Okay. So now we would have, when we open brackets, that would be 4x plus 6x minus 24 is equal to 11. And then after here, 4x plus 6x would give us 10. So it would be 10 minus 24 is equal to 11. And then we transfer the 24 to the right hand side. So that would give us 10x is equal to 11 plus 24. So 11 plus 24 would give us 35. And here we would divide by what? By 10 both sides. So by 10, 10 is 1, 1. And by 10, so when we cross this, will move, if there was a decimal point here, it would move once backwards and would have x equaling to 3.5. Okay, so can we use this y equaling to 2x minus 8 to get the value of y? Okay, Christine saying y is -1. Sharia has put it is 2 times 3.5 minus 8. And I think that would as well give us a -1. So here we would have 2 times 3.5 minus 8. Then 2 times 3.5 would give us 7. So 7 minus 8. And then our y would be equal to -1. So still our x here would be 3.5. And then our y would be equal to -1. So that is how we solve simultaneous equations using elimination and substitution method. Are there any questions? So if there are no questions, we are going to end here. So there are these two equations here. So these two equations, you solve them first using elimination method, and then second using substitution method. So you say number 1, part A, you use elimination, part B, you use elimination. Then number 2, part A, you use substitution, part B also use substitution. And then afterwards, you'll be able to check your answers whether they are correct or wrong after substituting back the values of x and y in those equations. Otherwise, thank you very much for attending this lesson. Yes. Okay, I'm going to forward your Christine, I'm going to forward your issue to the administrative team, so it will be handled. So I think some of them are also here, so they'll handle it. Christine, I was saying that I'm going to submit your issue much as I don't know how it is. So is it you are not accessing the account? Is it the password? But I'm going to forward it, and then it will be worked on. Maybe if Herman can. Okay, you are not accessing the courses. Okay. Mr. Herman is here, so maybe if he will help you out. Yes. I'm going to put the what in the chat, so we shall be able to forward the work. So otherwise, thank you very much.
Yeah, Shaba.
Yes, please.
Nana is asking whether they will share their work on email.
Yes, I think I'd briefly answered that. So I'm going to put for them my email on the group, so they'll be able to send the work there.
Okay.
Yes, have you noted this Christine's issue?
I'm going to work on it.
Okay, please.